Hi! For those of you that don't know me, my name is Marcus Graham, and today I'm going to show you how to fix a set of fucked kicks. Now they're not totally fucked, but they're a little bit fucked. So what's happened is that the shaft between the two beaters, because you have a master and a slave beater on a double kick pedal, when you pull the beaters back and forth like this, as if you were alternating with the two kicks, there's a big squeaky sound which nobody likes, but it can also mean trouble. So what I've done is I've already started disassembling this set of Tama Speed Cobra pedals. These are fantastic. I've been using them for nearly 10 years without any issues, but now they're fucked. So what we're going to do is go ahead and fix them right up. Now, as camera 2 will be showing you now, I've already done half of the disassembly on this master pedal here. This is where most of the trouble tends to arise because the majority of the bearings in this assembly are contained in the master pedal. Now you'll see that because I've loosened this little plate on the side here, there's just 2 screws on it and it comes right off. Make sure you keep your screws right next to where they went so that you don't forget how to put them back. Very important. Now on this side we don't need to remove any of this stuff. This is the little bearing that connects to the spring. We don't need to worry about taking that off at the moment. So once you've taken both of these covers off the sides of the pedal, you'll be able to release the shaft just like this. You can see I've just pulled it off. It's connected to the pedal down there, and everything is now free floating. Right, so you'll see that on either side we have these bearings which are holding in the shaft to that little spot right there, and that enables this part of the shaft to spin freely. Now I'm going to take this bearing off and I'm going to spin it and just listen. Now I'm not sure if you can hear that, but there is a little bit of resistance in this bearing, and if you look really closely you can see that there is a little bit of metal. You can even see it coming off one of my fingers outside of the casing, which means that something inside of it is likely shattered because these bearings have little balls on the inside, and as you spin the outer part of the bearing, the balls on the inside enable it to spin with little friction around the center of the bearing. And that's the whole idea of what this does. You may have been wondering why I went to the skate shop and picked up a bunch of skateboard bearings. You wouldn't believe it, but for Tama Speed Cobra pedals and a lot of other popular pedals on the market, skateboard bearings are exactly the same size as these ones. No difference at all. And with the skateboard ones you can actually get fancy sealed housings which can, control temperature if you happen to be the fastest drummer in the universe, but at the same time they're a little bit cheaper than the genuine replacements. So yeah, head down to your local skate store. I visited Kingpin Skate Supply, kingpinskatesupply.com. They hooked me up with some awesome stickers and got me a sweet deal on these shake jump bearings. So now what I'm going to do is just... Whoa! So now I'm just going to take all of these bearings off the shaft, and I'm going to remove the beaters as well, get them out of our way. Just put them on the corresponding side so that you don't forget where they go. Now this here, which is the section where the slave beater attaches, is where my problem has been arising. There's a lot of resistance if you listen carefully. Hear that squeaking, rubbing sound, metal on metal type connection. And the problem, I'm going to remove this. It just comes off just like this. Whoa. And you'll see that inside this assembly here, there are not 1, but 2 bearings with a shim in between so it fits inside that little casing there. Now these bearings, I'm not sure if I'll be able to focus on them closely enough. You can see that they are 100% shattered. The metal's coming out all over my hands, you can see that. So this is the primary problem. These bearings are actually seized. I actually can't turn this bearing with my finger. It's locked because the shattered ball on the inside of it, or multiple balls, are preventing it from spinning. This one here, similar story. It's about to stop. I can still spin it, but it won't spin freely. It's got a lot of resistance. So these 2 bearings definitely need to be changed. And while I'm at it, I'm going to be changing the bearing that went just here in this little spot there. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. That's the stuff. There is another bearing inside here, you can see it. Just gotta try and get it out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this all back together. Now because we're dealing with metal on metal connections here, what we're gonna be using is some WD-40 Specialist High Performance Lithium Grease. Now don't use regular WD-40 because it's water-based and over time it may break down back into water and rust all your components. So don't use regular WD-40. Oh, that smells really good. Don't eat it though, safety first. So I'm just gonna spray a little bit on the inside of this here. Just spread it around with your finger. It's not gonna hurt you guys. Grease will not kill you. Don't ingest it though, don't recommend it, safety first. So now I'm just going to drop bearing number 1 on the inside. That should drop down nicely with no resistance from the lithium grease. Now we have a little shim, which is just a spacer basically. I'm just going to pop that in. And then the next bearing, just on the outside here. Make sure to drop it in exactly right. Perfect, make sure that's sitting nice and flush. And just use your finger with the remaining lithium grease on it just to prime the outside there, just in case it ends up running into any of the metal components. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and put this back on. Let's put the shaft right there. A bit more of this just on the actual shaft right there. That this is going to be sitting around. Just pop that on the end of the shaft there. And now we should have, check this out guys, free movement. Wow. Wow. What an improvement. I'm just going to screw in this plate on this side again, just so that now we have everything in place. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Fuck. Don't forget to put the beater back on the slave side before you start tightening things back up again. And just tighten those suckers back up. Just tight enough to get the job done. Something I want you guys to see, this little black cap on the side here. There's a little marker on this spring tensioner, and you'll want to line it up with whereabouts on here you want your tension to be. Now obviously on this side of it, it's going to be higher tension. On the other side, it's going to be lower tension. So yeah, set that accordingly depending on what you want. The line in the middle here is a bit longer than all the rest. You can see that that's the normal tension. So just go ahead and put that where you like it. And go ahead and reposition the second beater. Oh no. Oh fuck! There's a piece that I've forgotten. Don't forget to reinstall this piece. I did, because I'm a fucking idiot. Alright, so the pedal is back together. And now you can see that if I independently move these two here, that there's no squeaking sound between them, which is where the primary issue was. Nice silent operation. Beautiful. That's what you want. Now I'll get a little bit more in depth when it comes to setting kick tensions and that kind of stuff in other videos, but for now I just wanted to demonstrate how to change the bearings in this particular kick, and it also applies to a lot of other kicks on the market as well, simply because they use just about the same size bearings for most popular pedals out there. So, yeah. Alright everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'm very happy with the result, and hopefully you find this useful for any squeaky situations that may arise for yourself. If you enjoyed the video, smash like. Do it, please. And I'll see you in the next one. Fuck!